keep wanting to come outside and talk about something specific, but I just get other ideas. This might be a playlist of just woods stuff. So last night I came in here, I was in the woods, and I went to start talking, and it was like the back of the house, like my mom's property, so there wouldn't have been people. And I just heard walking around, and I stopped talking and got like super freaked out, and was looking and looking and looking, and then I saw a big ass pair of legs that looked like a giant animal, and I was like, is that a moose? I thought it was a moose. I don't know, but I am seeing a lot of deer tracks, so it's interesting. Really cool. And then I kind of like followed it for a few hours, and it got dark and I got lost. Yeah. And I came out here looking for a place that I was at before, and I can't find it, and now I'm lost again. And I keep underestimating the vastness of this forest. I don't know, but how can we live without nature? How do we do it? It's like, I feel like I'm a kid again. Like, you know, when you're a kid, and like how you perceive the world, like without an ego, like no identity, sense of self, just like peace of mind, and just presence, but stillness. I don't know how to explain it, but if you remember, you remember. It's like, but it's like, once we get to a certain age, we have to figure out how to actually maintain that as a human being. And I think kids should be taught that before it's gone. And I was just sitting on a really dry part of the ground, and the sun was warm. Just like this one small spot, because it's freezing. And I was just like, wow, I'm grounded. It's important to ground, because I've had this restless energy of like go, go, go. But I haven't, oh God, sorry. A symptom of this whole dark night of the soul thing I'm experiencing right now. It comes with like hatred of the ego, but also that's coming from the ego, and I realize that, and it's just crazy. And I went to the store yesterday, and I was like, I feel inauthentic. I want my ego to die. And I just felt like I wanted to talk about it, but I'm like, I can't talk about it because people are gonna think I'm like I have a lot of history with narcissists, and my biggest fear, I've come to realize, is being seen that way. And I know that I'm not, and I'm just like afraid to talk about stories and like experiences, because I don't want to be seen as like that. But there's so much of it that's just not logical. And I know that when I'm in a better state of mind, like right now. And there's been stories that I wanted to share, but there's the fear of that. And then I'm like, well, what is this channel gonna be then if there's no sharing of experiences? I can't get to where I want to go with it if I don't start with that. And there are experiences that I want to talk about and get out of the way so that I can wipe them out of my life and move on. And I can't do that if I'm afraid of everything. And this is the reality of it, and this is why I want to just document this for whatever, whoever. And if it helps. But the last few days have been very different. A very different experience for me. I'm not... I'm not doing very bad at all. Like, the last few days have been okay. I feel good today, except the fact that I'm cold. And it's weird because today it was supposed to be warm, and it was. And when I first got into the deep part of the woods, I heard like Mickey Mouse yelling at me, like, hey, like, you know, hey, pals, like that, like. And I will tell you, it was not the least bit comforting. I think it was just the way a tree squeaked, though.
Hiya, pal!
It, like, weird stuff like that. And, which leads me to want to talk about, like, to mention when I was a kid, we had like an acre of woods behind our house, my childhood home. And I used to play in there. And my mom was also born there, so she told me, like, I'd have experiences, and she said, they're haunted. Those woods are haunted, like, but thinking it was like, when I come into the woods, I can't help but think about, like, history, or, like, what did this, first of all, like, Native Americans were everywhere, and, like, they were around here, especially up by the mountains, like, yeah. But yeah, I would see shadows in the woods. I used to hear voices in the woods at my old house, but I also, there was one time I saw, like, it was a black bodily figure behind a tree, like, peek out from behind a tree and come, like, go back. And that was the one time I went that deep in the woods by myself. I was probably like 10, and just, like, screamed and ran out of the woods and never went to that area again. But I do remember feeling this sense of this just magic. It was magic, like a surreal feeling. Like, all right, I want to explain this right. I'm gonna do my best. So, a surreal kind of feeling, like, all right, check this out. Like, Like this is like, see this, when people refer to the Matrix, I think people mean like the organized part of the world, like the government and the way the world is organized, like working a job and all that, but I'm not sure. The way I think of the Matrix now is everything. Like this, it's atoms and molecules, but also, if you were to think of it as the same way as like pixels, yeah, everything's made of that. Physical form isn't real. It's like, and I know I've like gone off on this already. It's just, it's crazy to think about, because the feeling like being a kid is magic in a way that it's almost surreal, because it's like, and it's like a lucid dream, and it feels freeing and almost disassociative, like, but it feels so real that it doesn't feel real. And I'm shaking. Sorry. And it just like, really makes me think. Like, this is, I had something written down about this that was off in another direction, and I'm really hoping that I can get all my ideas out effectively over time, because I'm having trouble with that. But I'm trying to calm my brain down, and it's important to meditate and, yeah, slow down and not ignore intuition. I don't, now it's like there's cats meowing now, but it's just trees. It's so weird. It's so weird. And yeah, last night I was out till dark, you know, trying to follow a giant animal, and I got attacked by trees and stuck in a hole, and it's quite the adventure, really, quite the experience lately. And it's making me feel less lonely, like having stimulation. Brain certainly plays tricks on you, that's for sure. But it's nice having like surroundings, and my energy is increased because, well, I'm getting exercise and I'm getting oxygen, and it's like, I don't know, I'm like, feel better. Everything feels better. I'm sorry that's loud. I would like to talk about some other things that kind of, I gotta like sit down and go into it. So I should do that inside if I can. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry, this is about a whole lot of nothing. And I guess I'm just excited because I used to be a huge nature lover. Like, I used to be in nature all the time, and I'm just like seeing it differently, and I'm seeing it differently and like feeling it differently. And I don't know, I think I'm just becoming a different person. Like, and it's still the in-between right now. Dark night of the soul. It's like, yeah, your old self is no longer you. That pisses off the ego, because the ego is still there, but like, you're not your evolved self yet, or like at the end of the tunnel yet, and you project it outwards. But really, if you project anything that way, that is the ego. So, and wanting the ego to die obsessively is also the ego. So, if you haven't found your self that you're coming into eventually yet, but your old self is like dissolving. So you're kind of in this stuck place, like a void of confusion and anger and depression and not knowing what the hell is going on. And I think that's what's going on right now with me. And I'm just confused, but at least knowing that, or really feeling that that's the case, that feels like there's light to look forward to. And I haven't been able to see that until very recently, and it's nice. Even though, yes, it does vary day to day, and I will have some nasty days, but it's not like it was every moment of every day like it was a month ago. And I'm starting to care more about myself, or like, I always cared about myself, but like starting to allow myself to care about myself, I guess. So, yeah, I think that's it for this one. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye. I was afraid person because I heard walking around, but it's a moose. I can only see a shadow of legs. And I've always wanted to see a moose. I thought there was someone in I can't see shit, but I'm scared. I saw large legs through the woods, and I kind of followed it for a little while. And now I don't know where I am, and it's like dark almost, and I'm scared. This is like those movies, like in the woods when it's dark. Oh God. And it's a thrill. And I've done it before, but not alone. But that was pretty fascinating. And I found like tracks, like probably deer tracks, but oh my god, I'm swallowed by the forest on Santa Claus is coming to town, like the winter warlock as attack Santa Claus. And I'm like, hey, whoa, man, stop it! Literally, like, whoa! Oh my goodness! I don't even know how it's possible to get out. I didn't know it was this possible to get like lost like from my house. Like, to this point, I didn't think that there was this much land, or maybe it's just the fact that I can't. When you're in the woods, it's just like, what? I don't have a sense of any kind of direction. Well, I don't, but when you're in the woods, it's dark. It's kind of hard too. And I have to cross like a river. I don't know. Okay. Oh, yeah, those are not like footprints. Those are big. What the hell is that? Oh my god. I can't make. Switch the thing. Alright. Oh my god, I'm stuck. I'm fucking stuck. Holy shit! I'm stuck. Oh my god. Alright. I don't know which way I'm even going. Holy crap. Okay, that's so much better. Oh wow. I thought there was bugs, but it was just like shadows. Okay. I don't know which direction I'm going. I got my foot out of that hole, so that's good. I did not come this way. Did I? I must have. Where am I? Oh my god. Okay, I'm fine. Okay. Woo.